Good morning, it's Chiquita. Hey, I just wanted to share something with you. I really think that it would help someone, and because a lot of times we don't understand why certain things repeat themselves in our lives, or why we're attracted to certain people, or why certain people are attracted to us. And so God gave me revelation on some things recently, and I just thought I would share them with you because it really helped shed some light in my situation, and I believe that it can help shed some light in maybe something that you're dealing with as well. But those of you who have read my book, you know my background, my past, and during childhood and teenage years, and even as an adult, I've dealt with a lot of lust and perversion and, sexual perversion and so forth. And I'm not ashamed of my past because that's what it is. It's the past. And I don't mind sharing my past with you because I know that it has helped like hundreds and hundreds of women already. So, it's not a big deal for me to put myself out there. Nothing that I'm going to say to you, you haven't read, pretty much. But at any rate, what I wanted to share was, being here in Georgia, there's a lot of, perversion here and a lot of lust and so forth. And, I've been dating, or going out on dates and so forth with very, very successful businessmen. I mean, men that I didn't think that I would, would attract back in the day. I'm sure I wouldn't have. I would have attracted for business purposes, if you know what I mean. But not for, something real relationship. But anyway, it's been great. I've been having a ball and so forth. But I realized that after about 4 or 5 dates with someone, I noticed that things would shift, and they would start talking, very sexual, and I'm like, well, I know I haven't started the conversation in that direction or said anything or did anything. So what is it? Why do they switch up? And so I prayed about it, and I'm like, Lord, well, what is it? What is it about me that takes them there? And the Lord revealed to me that there's been 2 spirits that have lingered in my life. And that's the spirit of lust and perversion from a childhood, from being molested and everything as a kid. Those spirits have lingered around. And those are the 2 strongest demonic forces that I battle with a lot. And so what God revealed to me was, because I'm a praying woman and I'm always asking him to reveal the people around me, reveal, motives and agendas, and let me know what I'm dealing with. It has to be exposed, what's in them. And so what happens is that spirit is lingering around, and it has to manifest because I've asked God to reveal what I need to know. And so that's what manifests. It comes out, and so everything turns, sexual. The conversation turns sexual. I mean, like this last guy was, his perversion is on a whole nother level, from anything that I've dealt with. And I was just like, wow, because I wouldn't have never known, because he didn't present himself that way. Very, very successful man, nice looking, everything, but he's dealing with some stuff, and so I had to be careful because I couldn't allow myself to open that door to that spirit of perversion to come back in, because I know any door that you close in your life and you open that door up again, it's going to be worse than before you closed it. And so I didn't want to have to deal with that, because I knew that that was going to be a serious battle, especially on the level that he's on. I didn't want to deal with that. So when God reveals things to you, you have to make the decision on if you're going to cut it off, or if you're just going to ignore it and just ride it out. Because see, for the sake of being not alone, I could have just rode the waves, and just enjoyed myself and just, oh, I'll be okay, I won't get caught up. But no, certain things you cannot play with. Certain things you need to just cut it off and leave it alone, because the enemy is cunning and he's out to destroy. And I guarantee you, if I would not have cut it off, or if I would have continued and got involved and got caught up in what he's caught up in, I can't even imagine what my life would be like. Because I know that that's an area that the enemy would love to destroy me in, get me caught up in some crazy stuff, and that's just not going to happen. So you have to, if you see something that's repeating over and over in your life, the same type of people that you're meeting, or they're attracted to you, seek God about what is it in you, or what's in your atmosphere, what spirits are lingering around you, that's been attached to your life, so that way you can deal with those spirits. Because just being passive with them is not going to get it. Because I had to let them know, I see you, I know you're there, and you're not coming back in. And I can't play with certain things right now, and neither can you. And that's just like putting someone that used to do crack cocaine, and they're trying to get themselves straight and be clean, and you say, hey, go ahead and sit in that crack house over there. You watching everybody doing crack, but you can just sit there, and you don't have to participate. You can't put a crackhead that's trying to get clean into a crack house, and then expect them not to participate. And so I have to be careful when it comes to sexual perversion, anything sexual, because that's something that has been a stronghold in my life, and that's a door that I just cannot allow to be opened again. I don't care how much money you have, how well established you are. I'm not going to allow the enemy to use you to destroy me. And that's the way I look at it. And that's the way you have to look at it. You have to get to the point where you're content with being by yourself. You have to be at a point where you're okay with just you and God. Because there's some things that God I'm sure is trying to work out in you, within you, get you into your purpose, your destiny, deliver you from some things. And, because you're so caught up in wanting somebody in your life that you can't focus on what's really important, and that's God. And let me just tell you this, even if you got somebody in your life, that doesn't mean you're going to be happy. That doesn't mean you still I know married people that still feel lonely, and they have a husband or a wife in their bed every night, and they still feel lonely. Who wants that? So learn to be content where you are within yourself, and just know that if relationships fall apart quickly or whatever, then most likely it's for the best. God knows what you need. He knows what type of person you need in your life. He knows what complements you, what will help build you. And, so don't get caught up in, every relationship I get in, something goes bad. As soon as I tell somebody about it, it goes the opposite way. So what? Good. That means they shouldn't be there. If it's that easy for them to walk out or to leave, or things fall apart, trust me, it's for a reason. God didn't allow that, because when you're a child of God, He's not going to allow just anything or anybody be attached to you. He's not. Now, He's not going to force His will upon you, but if you're asking Him, if you're asking for God's will to be done in your life, then expect that. Expect those things to happen. Expect Him to come in and shake up some things. If you're serious about God's will being done in your life, it's not going to go the way you want it to go. It's going to go the way He wants it to go, and He knows what's best for all of us. So I just want to encourage you to just seek God. If you are dealing with some issues over and over and over again, and you're wondering why, I guarantee you it's some spirits that's been lingering around your life for a long time that you need to deal with. And just be content with yourself. Love on yourself. Fall in love with God, because I'm telling you, He knows what's best. I mean, I'm so happy that I didn't get caught up in certain things out here, so I'm asking God to just sharpen my gift of discernment, discerning of spirits, even more so, because I don't want to get caught up, so you be blessed. Have a great day. I love you. I'm praying for you. God bless. Talk to you later. Bye.